Hey Jada, thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. Just so you know, this is probably my favorite part of the job is being able to meet people like you, students who are driven and have amazing aspirations and I know are going to just absolutely change the world. So meeting people like you is just why I love what I do and how we're able to help people like you and Teach for America come together. So it's really fun to see how much we have in common. I can see why you stood out as an incredible candidate for the Corps. From what I can tell from your profile, you seem to be super invested in bringing justice and equality through, gosh, so much leadership, your involvement with government, your community, inclusivity, and to read how driven you are to pursue your master's in public policy. I actually have a number of peers from my time in the Corps experience who have gone on to do public policy and do very similar things to what it seems like you have done. They've worked in public health, policy, law, government, just a variety of things. So I can really see how that is going to be such an impact. But what I know is that their TFA experience was such an incredible asset for them, both in the leadership skills that they developed to help them excel in graduate school, as well as the benefit of having that core experience on their resume, because we know master's programs are competitive and this is highly respected in the university world. But also, I've just heard from various friends how their experience in our communities, with our students, with the Corps in general, how that has prepared them to really see policy with just even this bigger scope of thinking and this mindset that is inclusive and able to span, their own personal experience, but really bring in what they've learned from others. So I actually think you might even find a partnership that will allow you to continue your education, maybe without or with less debt because of Teach for America's bridge with other universities. So going into public policy, I know you'll find the education system is at the core of our society in so many ways, whether it is in the urban districts, the rural districts, from high to low income. I mean, education is where society is rooted, and being able to be a part of that really just broadens your range for being able to affect that public policy. So I am really excited about what you could be bringing to your future long-term goals through this experience. So it's just so evident that you're going to make a huge impact on our society. And actually, so much of what you shared in your profile actually reminds me of the mission and core values that originally drew me to Teach for America and that have allowed me to just bring others into that because of the value of what we're moving forward to. And our mission is to provide equal access to education for all students, regardless of their zip code, their background, their circumstances. I mean, this is inclusivity. This is empowerment. This is community in the same ways that you've outlined your passions. And I just want you to think for a minute, because I know this is a huge decision and a huge time of your life. But can you imagine how much of an impact this makes on the strength of a community that we're working in? I've been there, I've experienced it, I've seen it for myself. The incredible things that happen when gaps are bridged and opportunities are opened up. And I'm just wondering if you could picture yourself in that place in this next season. What would it be like if you could affect hundreds of students before you even pursue your master's degree? How much more prepared for public policy would you be if you took in the knowledge and stories of students who will be affected by the changes that you're going to advocate for one day? In what ways would you stand out on your master's application if your university knew that you had this invaluable experience in place? As you consider these things, I'm not asking you to make a life-altering decision right now. I want to ask you, though, to start the application process, It's not setting anything in concrete, but it's going to open more doors for you to hear the stories of those who are currently working in the field and probably even meet teachers who have very similar backgrounds and very similar aspirations as you do, and hear how they navigated the decision-making process, how it's affecting their ongoing decisions and opportunities, and it'll give you the chance to just personally get to know our mission and our impact, to see for yourself whether or not this could be an opportunity that not only enriches you, but also will allow you to enrich the lives of those that you work with. So our application process is broken into steps. If we can get you started tonight on the first step, then that is the key to being able to open more doors and see if our needs match up.